Come on in here. Yeah, you know what time it is. It's tea time. Trying to get my cord all untangled. Put my microphone on. I got my tea brewing. This is Our Lady, the Untier of Knots, and I love knots. And through your grace and your intercession and your example, deliver us from all evil. Our Lady and Our Lady, and untie the knots that prevent us from being united with God, so that we are free from sin and error. May find Him in all things, may have our hearts placed in Him, and may serve Him always in our brothers and sisters. Amen. This is written on here, and the glare from the window was I couldn't read it well. I didn't read it well. So folks, get on in here. My tea is steeping, and I've got my little magic wand, and I've got my vitamin C. I'm going to dose up 1 scoop of vitamin C for my cup. And this is really making my tea. Not only is it good for me, it's good for my immune system. And it was also, it's you just got to see the TED Talk by Dr. William Lee to know why we built this tea. And it is our Wise Women's Tea. Body Clutter Wise Women's Tea. So get on in here. We got 230 people already. And, you know, we tie ourselves in a bunch of knots every single day. You know, it's maybe we tell a little white lie and we don't mean to, but it still gets told, and then you're trying to cover up for it, and you just make all of these knots. See all these knots? They're not fun. And finally, you just have to stop and say, you know, I made a mistake. And will you forgive me if you've harmed somebody else? So untying those knots is easy if you realize. Once you realize you've made them. Some people don't even know they're lying all the time. They don't even have a clue. It's just part of them. You can do a lot of things to me, but don't lie to me and don't steal from me. Those two things. Yep. Those two things are hard. They're really hard. So I've got my tea. Oh, wow. That is really good. Robert and I have been having fun today. We are scheduled to take a concealed carry permit test at the end of the month. And, you know, we needed to go shooting today. So we went to a shooting range. The guy who's going to be teaching the class. And he wants you to shoot beforehand so that he knows that you're going to qualify for the class. And I just looked up and I had to take my earrings off. To put my hearing protection on. And I'm naked now. I have no earrings. So folks, here's to getting out in a sunbeam, and it was warm. It was about 55 degrees, and we were out in the middle of nowhere at the shooting range, and it was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I kept looking up at the sky for hawks or something. I didn't see any, but I was having a good time, and Robert was having a good time, and we were, you know, together, enjoying each other's company out on a sunny day, shooting bullets. I got to shoot a 22 with a laser sight, and I got to shoot my 38. I didn't shoot Robert's 40, but hey, Yeah, they are the same. I like the photo on the wall, and then this is a cup. I love this. This is a painting that is Pope Francis's favorite painting. Is this mug and this painting on the wall? But it's a huge painting in a church somewhere. I don't even know where it is, but one day I'd like to see it. So, and then somebody posted today on Facebook. This is really, really interesting. It's like a spinner game, except it doesn't have a spinner thing in it, but you could put one in it. And it's different verses for different things. So if you're listening to this, you can't see it, so I'm going to go over them. Hope is at the top. It's just little pie-shaped wedges all the way around it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. It's like the clock, like a clock face. And hope is at the top. If you're wanting hope, read Psalms 42:5. Y'all take notes. Get your pen. Waiting. If you're not real patient, you need help with the waiting, read Psalms 27:14. If you're anxious, read 1 Peter 5-7. If you need courage, read Deuteronomy 31:6. Let's see. John, if you're looking for peace, read John 14:27. If you're feeling helpless, read Psalms 34:17. If you're feeling angry, read Ephesians 4:26-27. If you need to forgive someone, or someone needs to forgive you, read 1 John 1, chapter 1, verse 9. If you're feeling hurt, read Psalms 147, verse 3. I posted this on our Facebook page. If you're tired, read Matthew 11:28. If you need strength, read Philippians 4:13. And if you're afraid, read Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. Help is found in the Lord. It's what's in the center of the page. And it's just a color wheel. It's just an amazing color wheel. So, you could draw a circle and write these things in all around. I just printed this off just so I could show it to you. But it's an interesting concept of maybe you just want to spin it. Put a little brad in there and go whoosh, and spin it. Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah, we've always been a Christian-based program. I was raised Church of Christ. I have studied all religions. I've studied Catholicism. I've studied the saints. I have a book of saints that I like to read. I've studied everything. I studied the Bible. So I'm going to talk about it. It's Sunday, and it's Renew Your Spirit Day. And sometimes we just need some help. Sometimes we need to, ask for help. We need to tell people we're hurting in some form or fashion. A paper clip with a pencil can be your spinner. Yeah, it can be. It's just, we don't have to wait. We can talk to somebody when we need to. And I talk to the Lord a lot of times. I prayed a lot last night. So the main thing we have to remember is, if you've tied your life up in knots, you need help getting those things untied, because you're in bondage. You are in bondage. So let's untie those knots and let's get back to living, because when you're continually lying and cheating others and manipulating people. That's not a fun way to live. It's not a fun way to live. So we've got to pray for us to have strength. And strength is Philippians 4:13. And we have to let go of our anger. And we have to forgive. We have to forgive. We don't have to forget, but we have to forgive. But we can't enable people either. We really can't. So folks, take some time today to think about the knots that I've never prayed the novena for the Mary the Untier of Knots. I'll have to look that up. I've never prayed that novena. That's saying a prayer every day for 9 days, y'all. Now I've said said prayers to Saint Peregrine, who is the patron saint of cancer and leg ailments, and I've done that novena. I've done the novena to Saint Therese, and forgiveness is free. And Leanne and I wrote about that in Body Clutter, about forgiveness. And sometimes we just need to write down the names of the people that have harmed us and what they have done to hurt us, and just forgive them. And then put it in a pie plate and go outside and set it on fire. And I mean an aluminum pie plate. Or throw it in the fireplace, or throw it in your fire pit, or throw it in your barbecue grill. Just set it on fire and let it go. Because when we hold on to those hurts, they keep us in bondage. Just like being tied up in knots. Your stomach gets tied up in knots. Everything gets tied up in knots. So it's up to us to recognize what's holding us back. And that is where we become whole people. Yeah, it is. So everybody, take a few minutes today to recharge your batteries, because that's going to make your whole family happier. It's going to make your whole family happier. They won't be walking on eggshells around you. Yes, the Bible teaches us to forgive 70 times 7. That's 490 times. 490 times. And when we let go of the resentment, when we have mercy on others. But some people are asking, what if they keep doing it and they keep doing it and they keep doing it? Well, here's what. I'm going to tell you, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. And we have to separate ourselves sometimes from people who have hurt us. It doesn't mean we stop loving them, but we have to separate ourselves from them in order for them to grow. And it's called tough love. And tough love's not easy. It's really not easy. I am doing a show today. This is the show. It's hardest on us. It's hardest on us. So this is our lesson, is to love others, forgive them for what they've done to you, because they've tied your life up in the knots. But then when they show you who they are, believe them. Believe them. Because enabling them to continue doing what they're doing is hard. Now today is the first day of March. And let me get my Back to Basics book. Got it right here. Here's the Back to Basics book, and the first baby step we're going to do, now this book is dedicated to all the perfectionists who can't seem to get started. Jump in and please don't get stuck waiting for all the answers. Peace is just a series of baby steps. You can get this book on our website. Okay. And the acknowledgments. This book, as well as our website, emails, and social media presence, would not be possible without everyone who helps me support all of you. We are a team. Yep. So, the first baby step is go shine your sink. Keep it clean and shiny before bed, and make sure it's empty before you go to bed. And then the quote of the day is, shiny sinks in the morning help you start your day with a sense of peace. And you know, if that sink is empty and the dishwasher's emptied, you're good to go. That is an amazing way to start your morning. And you feel hopeful, just hopeful. So that's day one. Where's gonna put my money back over here? Anyway, y'all have a great rest of the day. I love you all. And that shiny sink is gonna change your life. It's the first day of March. And our new habit is getting dressed to lace up shoes every day. Every single day, get dressed to lace up shoes. Because you're going to be ready for anything. You're going to be ready for anything. Plus, if you're dressed to lace up shoes, it does away with the excuse. It does away with excuses. It does away with the excuses that I don't have my shoes on. I can't do that right now. I would have to put my shoes on. Anyway, I love you all. Let's untie some of those knots. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh, but one more thing. Coupon code. This is a secret. Coupon code CLEAN25 saves you 25%. Get your water bottles. Yep, you can even take 25% off this book. So get your book ordered. Get your water bottles. Y'all have a great rest of the day. I love you. Tomorrow we're going to do weekly home blessing, and it's going to be in a fun way. Stick around and for tomorrow's at 11 o'clock, and we're going to do weekly home blessing. Bye.